all your school rugby, all in one place. This is Next Gen 15.
Alright guys, welcome to Next Gen 15. So we continue our top 10 under 23 players series, and this time we are going to be looking at the top under 23 centres in world rugby. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to click that subscribe button as well as bell notification, and as soon as new videos are released, you'll be the first to know. So let's get into the top 10. In 10th place, we have Noah Lolesio from Australia. Born in Auckland but raised in Australia, Noah Lolesio has made his way up the Australian rugby ranks, impressing along the way. A product of the famed Southport School, one of the top rugby schools on the planet, he has had a steady rise within the Aussie rugby system and is one of its brightest future stars. The junior Wallabies have largely disappointed over the years, but that ended with last year's crop, who narrowly missed out on a maiden under 20 World Championship where Lolesio was a squad member. Comfortable fly-off as well, we feel that due to other options at fly-off, that Lolesio could form a midfield partnership with Jordan Pataya that will go on to rival another formidable combination in Tim Horan and Jason Little. A recent man-of-the-match performance for the Brumbies against the Rebels was enough to convince coach Dave Rennie to include the youngster in his play of national interest squad, and despite a recent injury concern, we believe that the youngster has all the attributes to become a world-class player. In 9th place, we have Wandisile Simelone from South Africa. Most pundits agree that it's not a case of if Simelone will become a Springbok, but rather when he will become a Springbok. Comments that have been made since he was a school player showing just how highly rated he is in his home country. Simelone, a product of JP Boys, played alongside another young talent on our list, Tyrone Green, where the two were part of one of the most successful JP teams in recent memory. The youngster has the distinction of being part of the SA school squad for 2 years, as well as the junior Springboks, an achievement not many have accomplished. A hard-running and creative midfielder, Simelone has an incredible reading of the game, as well as an ability to create space for his outside backs. His teamwork and leadership have been evident from a young age, and he has recently made the step up to Super Rugby. Should the youngster be afforded more opportunity at the Lions, there's no doubt he'll go on to achieve great things. In 8th place, we have Fraser Dingwall from England. Now, Fraser Dingwall's talent was already noticed at just 14 years of age. Beginning his international career at Scotland under 16, he would enjoy much success, named captain of the team, and only a year later going on to represent the under 18 national team, making his debut against Wales. A head boy at Bedford School, Dingwall accepted terms with Northampton Saints, entering the academy system in 2017. After this, he switched his allegiance to England and represented the under-18 team on their tour to South Africa, and a year later played for the England under-20 team. In late 2018, he made his first appearance for the Saints, and following a successful season, he was nominated for the Premiership's Breakthrough Player Award. He has made a total of 22 appearances for the team, scoring 7 tries in the process, and was recently named in the 2020 Six Nations squad for England. At number 7, we have Orbyn Ledger from New Zealand. Another product of the famed rugby school Hamilton Boys, Ledger is an exciting backline prospect who one feels has a natural talent to go all the way. Representing Samoa at the under-20 World Champs as a schoolboy, Ledger changed allegiances to New Zealand, where he represented them in 2016 and the title-winning team of 2017. He made his Super Rugby debut for the Blues in 2018, notching up 7 appearances, scoring a try in the process before moving to the Chiefs in 2019, where he is a squad player. At number 6, we have Cameron Redpath from England. A player that was simply born to play rugby, Redpath is the son of Scotland international Brian, who was one of the most highly rated scrum halves of his generation. His talent was immediately evident at Sedberg School, having gone unbeaten during his tenure for the first team. He was subsequently rewarded with the call-up to the England under-18 team, where he managed to score 6 tries in 6 appearances. He then made the step up to the under-20 team and continued his try-scoring feats, notching up 3 tries in 9 appearances. But perhaps most impressive, in 2017, he became the youngest ever player to start for the Sale Sharks at only 17 years of age. His performances led him to being called up to Eddie Jones' England squad for their 2018 tour to South Africa, but was unable to travel due to injury. At number 5, we have Rikus Pretorius from South Africa. A product of the famed Grey College, Pretorius is a player whose talent was already evident from a young age. One of a very few select group of players to have played SA schools and SA under-20 for 2 years, Pretorius standing in at 6 foot and 3 inches and weighing 102 kgs is a frightening prospect for the future. One of the most sought-after players in the country when leaving school, he committed to Western Province, where he would have no doubt featured in their Super Rugby 2020 campaign, which many pundits believe could have been a breakout year for him. His performance at the 2000 Under-19 Under-20 World Cup led him to be named in the pundits' team of the tournament, and there's no doubt that Pretorius has a massive future in the game. At number 4, we have Braydon Ennor from New Zealand. A product of St. Kentigern, Ennor joined the Crusaders Academy in 2015 following standout performances for the Auckland-based team. A part of the 2017 Baby Blacks World Under-20 champs, Ennor had a fantastic tournament, scoring 4 tries in only 5 appearances. Canterbury took notice and he was included in the 2017 Mitre 10 squad, where he scored 10 tries in the competition. During this time with the team, he managed a total of 17 tries in only 24 appearances. Crusaders coach Scott Robinson was very impressed by his performances and drafted him in on a 2-year deal. He has since gone on to represent the Crusaders on 35 occasions, dotting down an impressive 19 times, and in 2019 was rewarded with his first All Black cap. Coming in third place, we have Arthur Vincent from France. Now, few would argue that Vincent is part of a golden generation of French youngsters who are seeking to end the dominance of the Southern Hemisphere teams, and a few would bet against this happening. Vincent was picked up by the Montpellier Academy at only 14 years of age. But perhaps where he truly made a name for himself was at the Under-20 World Championships. In 2018, he was a key member of the French team that took home their first ever championship, and in 2019 was named captain as France defended their title, showing that French rugby was almost certainly on the rise. Already an established player despite being only 20 years of age, Vincent has made 38 appearances for Montpellier, and his form and talent has been rewarded, with the talent having made his debut for the senior French national team this year, notching up 4 appearances. And in second place we have Jordan Pataya from Australia. Now, to say that Jordan Pataya has had a meteoric rise to the top Australian rugby is an understatement, and many experts in Australia agree that he is the future of Australian rugby. A product of Brisbane State, he was a regular in the first team for a few years, playing most of his rugby on the wing before switching to fullback. Although selected for both the Australia Under-18 and Under-20 squads, there was nothing in his performances that suggested a potential world-class player was on the rise. That all changed in 2018. Tuna for Queensland Country as an 18-year-old, the outstanding Pataya scored 11 tries in only 9 appearances. His performances led to him being called up to the Red Super Rugby squad, where he scored his debut try against the Hurricanes while still only a teenager. He was a shock call-up to the Australian men's team for their 2019 World Cup squad and made his debut against Uruguay, scoring a try in only his second touch of senior international rugby. A try assist followed before being taken off at half-time, and he became the talk of the World Cup. Although comfortable at wing and fullback, we believe that his future lies at centre, where he could form a legendary partnership with Lolesio that could help revive Australian rugby. A new generation of Wallaby looks to be on the horizon. And in first place, we have Romain Ntamack from France. Now, the word prodigy is thrown around a lot. Perhaps we've even been guilty of using the word at times, but when it comes to Romain Ntamack, there's no sane person who will disagree that he is the very definition of a prodigy. Son of one of the most exciting wingers of his era, Emile, Ntamack was going to always pursue a career in rugby, but nobody could have predicted the youngster would have advanced as quickly as he has. While most players of his age were in school, Ntamack was already playing for his beloved Toulouse, a city where he was born, and has shown no intention of leaving. Despite being only 21, he was already made 47 appearances for the French team, notching up an impressive 123 points in the process. A key player for the French Under-20 team, Ntamack scored an incredible 125 points in only 15 appearances in the 2017 and 2018 tournaments, with the French team being crowned world champions in the latter. Although he qualified to play for the Under-20s in 2019, he was instead called up to the French senior team, where he so far made 16 appearances and scored 91 points. Many will argue where Ntamack's best position is, but we believe that due to the emergence of Louis Carbonell and the potential for a midfield partnership with Arthur Vincent, that this combination of players all under the age of 22 will carry the French into their best era ever. If you appreciated this video, please don't forget to smash that like button, and if you have not yet, get with the program and click that subscribe button as well as bell notification. While you're here, if you're interested in more quality content, why not head over to our website, www.nextgen15.com. That's www.nextgenxv.com. Cheers.